Hello, welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm joined once again by Ty, also known as Leonidas, and Regis, who's currently stepped away. Since we have to start on time, or not, we'll be playing the next adventure, the Onyx Feldspar. So, last time, they found out that there's yet another box that they have to get. And that's a bit of a pain. They're looking for it within the city of Everest, which is the main capital of this land that I've yet to name still. And they're going to the what are you buying? No, wait. The what are you selling? Pawn shop. Sorry, I had a burp there. We left off with Leonidas and Tasty Cakes traveling to that pawn shop to check for a strange green box that I can only describe as green eggs and ham wrapped in bacon from the same pig. On the way, they stopped in at Gerald's shop, and found nothing there. We left off on that cliffhanger. What has happened to Gerald? Has anything happened to Gerald? Well, since Tasty won't be here tonight, we're going to say he has decided to sleep in the cot in the back of Gerald's shop, and we'll follow Leonidas on his adventure alone until he runs into whoever else.
This will be fun.
Yes. All right, so you're in the back of Gerald's shop. The small kitchen that you were in before, nice, decently sized table, a couple of small ranges, cupboards galore, and a back door, and a door to the front part of Arcana Cabana. I think that's what we called it. Let's just call it Arcana Cabana.
That is what we called it from before, yeah.
Oh, no. It's Arcana for Dummies. You still have that, if I remember correctly.
I still have the books in my bag, yep. And I have not read them, despite having them for months and months.
Well, technically, it's only been several. Actually, it's been like a day in game.
Okay, well, it felt like forever to me anyway.
True. All right, so you're in the back room.
Yep.
Tasty's sawing logs on the little cot that's back there because he ain't moving. You decide to leave your associate. Technically, you should leave your associate. He's not here. He won't mind.
He's also soiled his pants.
Oh, yeah. He's
yet to wash them.
Roll to see Constitution check to see if you can stand the smell of crap wafting from Stephen's pants.
Okay, so I got a +2 for a mod, it looks like.
Yes.
So
you can't handle it. You have to get out or you may pass out.
Okay. Is it closer to the front or the back? I should probably go out the back.
Yeah, so you go out the back and you're in that alleyway that you were in before that you had traversed in order to encounter the hooch sellers of previously.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
At this point, you, the player, needs to drive the story.
Aha. Okay, so like is it dark yet?
Let's see. Last time you were in here, it was kind of the middle of the afternoon. You guys got drug in, so yeah, you are
doing
not
good on that. Okay. We don't need to go back to the hooch sellers. We need to go west, as I recall.
Yes.
Well, let's just start walking, I would say. Let's go.
Okay, so you start following the alleyway west, which follows with the map that no one else can see but us. That part right there follows that line. Okay, so you're going around. You come to a crossway. There is people milling about. It's getting to be the middle of the workday, maybe getting toward lunch, so it might die down a little bit. Your options are to go left, right, or across.
Let's go to the right. I don't want to go across the street if I don't have to.
Okay, so you go to the right. You're heading toward what would be the equivalent of the castle. that you had, or some of your associates have infiltrated previously.
One of whom is now king of that castle.
Yes. So as you make your way toward that direction, uh, you realize, according to the map that you have, that you may not be heading towards the pawn shop in question that you want to achieve. Now, there's a couple of roads coming up. You can either go to the first one, the second one, or the third one.
Let's go to the. Does the first one go left?
All of them go left.
Okay, let's go down the middle road to the left. I forgot going right would get me off track.
All right, so you cross the street safely without incident, and you walk across one of the areas, the middle road, which would be somewhere in between like the major thoroughfares. Um, it take you toward the southwest guard tower in the city,
Okay.
which is that large open circle.
Okay.
And this isn't just a guard tower. This is a small citadel unto itself. Given that this amount of time that you'd have to go to circumvent it would be quite large.
So if we don't go around it, I guess got to go through if it's going to waste too much time.
No, you're not. You're not going around it. You're in the vicinity of it.
Oh,
I'm just giving you a size comparison.
I gotcha. So I'm practically on top of it, and it's really huge.
You're not on top of it. You're heading toward that direction now.
Okay.
You're somewhere in this area, but that area is full of bunches and bunches of little narrow streets and alleys and all sorts of stuff, all smushed together.
Okay. All right. So in between, closer to where we need to be, but I'm not quite there yet. I'm gonna roll for perception, I think, so I can figure out.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
What the heck I'm doing to figure out where I need to go to get this running, so we can get to where we need to go and possibly find out about the box.
Okay, Josh, you got roll 20 up? Josh.
Hey, what's up?
Do you have the roll 20 thing up?
No, I do not yet. I gotta log in. I forgot my login.
All right. Well, I won't ask you to roll anything right now, as I planned.
Do you have the link to the Roll20?
It's roll20.net.
Roll20.net. Sign in.
Yes. Okay. So, what were you rolling for time? Oh, rolling to figure out how to get there.
Yeah, perception.
All right. So that's technically not how perception works, but okay.
Okay.
You indicate that you would be looking for a particular shop, and this does not look like it would be a shopping district. So you're going to have to press on.
All right. That's cool. Let's keep going.
All right. So you continue to head west. You are technically walk within the shadow of the giant watchtower citadel thing on the southwest side of the city of Everest, and you continue on. You cross several thoroughfares, and you just keep walking, because I just now realized that what he is selling is actually quite far away from where you are currently. So this eats up most of the time before lunch, through lunch, and beyond. So, by this time, I'm going to have Josh roll 1d4.
Let me pull up my rolls.
You can just put it in the chat.
Rip.
All right, so you are being drug along in a hay-filled wagon. You have been unconscious since the last time we encountered you. And were you there for the hooch smugglers?
No, he wasn't.
I was not.
No, he was not. Where was he then? Where was he before?
He
just
was.
there.
He was with us when we assaulted the cannibal camp. I think that was one of the last times he was with us.
Okay, so you drank some unfortunately poisoned wine that knocked you unconscious, and you were dumped somewhere and ended up in this hay, in this pile of hay on a wagon, with no recollection of how you got there. What do you do?
So, what happened with that whole magical artifact thing?
The captain, who turned out to be the necromancer, stole it from us and jetted off, leaving us high and dry.
What happened to our money?
Our money's fine so far as that goes. We went to the city where Alvar's now king. He kind of danced off into the sunset after we got some zombies in our. He got us through a part where we got zombies in our trunk by accident. There was dead people, and we had to ram zombies with a car. That was rather interesting.
There was no zombies in the trunk. There was only dead bodies.
There's regular dead people in the trunk, and we had to ram a zombie with the car we quote-unquote borrowed. And depending on that was it. We had to get a lead on the box. We've been trying to do that. And last time we had figured out there was another box we need to get.
So there's 3 boxes in place. One is dark and kind of iron-bound, the one that you had tried to teleport. And the second is more light and gold color that was retrieved from a special facility by Leonidas and Tasty Cakes. And the third one is a green box that looks like green eggs and ham wrapped in bacon from the same pig. This is what you're looking for now, currently. Okay. As assigned by Banquisha, Queen of East Harlem. Yes. All right. So you're having this conversation with one guy in the back of a hay wagon and the other guy walking alongside. Do you want to change the situation?
I want to get him out of there so he can help me figure out what the heck to do. Sure.
Well, yeah, sure. Let's do that.
So you jump down from the wagon. Okay. You've gotten out of the wagon. You want to continue on to your current objective, or do you want to, busk it?
Busk it?
Play music on the side of the street in order to earn money.
Well, no. Let's look around.
Good. Okay. So, perception is required for this.
Okay, so I have to roll that again.
Okay, you see that it is a full thoroughfare. There's lots of people going around, lots of ethnicities, elves, maybe not too many dwarves, humans, all sorts of advertisements. And other than that, everything seems to be normal. It's getting late in the day, so it's getting rather hot in the streets. People are taking shelter underneath all sorts of overhangs. It's about 2 in the afternoon. And the tower that you saw before is to your east. So you're over.
Where's the tower in this, I think?
Don't draw my stuff. This is the tower. This is the tower you're by.
Oh,
this is the main castle.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So you guys are over here somewhere.
So we still have to travel west.
Yes.
To the town of what you selling?
That's
No,
technically
it's a pawn shop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go west. Why not?
all
Go
right. So,
west, old man.
all right. So the size of the city, and you're unfamiliar with the roads, and people take you to be a bit late into the evening, and only about halfway there. You wish to rest for the night on the side of the street somewhere, or do you want to try to find some lodging? Which I can assure you there is none, unless you want to break into a random house and hold them hostage whilst you take a nap.
I'd rather not take a nap at somebody else's expense, especially since it involves coercion, and I'm not in the mood for that. So I guess if we can find some wagon to stow into a la Assassin's Creed style, I suppose that would be a better choice.
You could sleep under some trash.
That might work. Smelly.
What happened to our like money for inns and stuff? Do we
Well,
not have it?
there's no inns around for you to spend money at,
Yeah,
Oh, I gotcha.
right.
So
It's not that we're broke. It's just they're
unless you want to
facility
bribe
poor.
the
can we go to
local.
the shop and get maybe like a tent or something?
This seems to be predominantly residential. You're moving away from the shopping quarters. The only reason why there's a pawn shop over on this side because they're strewn throughout the city, because people are always trading in and out with them.
Are there any abandoned houses or houses that don't look like
Uh,
they're um
boarded up
occupied at the
stores.
moment?
There are some abandoned houses. They are kind of strewn throughout the place. Some of them seem to be in more disrepair than others. This is certainly getting more toward the. It's kind of like an in between buffer zone between the really high end part of the city and the really low end part of the city. So
Let's
this
go
is
to the
kind of.
high end and look for houses that are not um
You do
occupied.
realize it's taking you most of the day to get this far, and that would take you the exact same amount of distance to go to the high end part.
Oh,
I think we're
well,
silently being encouraged to stay here.
I can't teleport. I don't want to teleport, not yet. Okay, why not? Let's just stay by some place.
You could offer, knock on some doors and offer to rent a room from them as individuals, letting strangers stay in their house.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
All right.
So you go up and knock on a prospective door. It's answered by a middle-aged man. No, it's not mentioned. It's not. It is answered by an old man, kind of crotchety.
A human man?
That is indicated by the term man.
Aha.
A
Yes.
human. What?
A who man.
A human.
Whereas one of the players I've encountered said Haman.
Yep. Huh man.
All right. Anyway,
Is he seems crotchety. Is he like kind of peeved we're bothering him or what?
you just had a bunch of two random strangers. One dressed in whatever the hell you're dressed as, and the other dressed as Regis. And it's getting late in the day. It's starting to get dark, and you're not expecting any, like people to be
All right.
there.
All right, let's roll. Excuse me, sir. It's getting late. My associate and I are wondering if we could like rent a room or maybe a building on your property for the night.
Hi, this is the extremely dense city. There is no room on a property. These are all huge blocks of houses.
Mm.
All right. Roll a charisma check to see if you can persuade him.
Let's see. Charisma. Let's see. Charisma. Oh, I have Jack for a charisma bonus. I forgot. Because that's one thing I never worked on, so it's straight D20.
All right. He is convinced, barely, you beat it by 3 points, to let you stay the night in his house on the couch.
We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
What are you going to offer him in exchange?
I have gold.
1 gold.
You're gonna have to roll for a charisma bonus to see if you can Jew him down to 1 gold.
Rip. Yes!
You weren't the Ty. You weren't the ones who suggested for the 1 gold.
Oh, darn it. Okay. All right, so can we bump him up to 2 since Regis didn't persuade him? Will 2 work?
He
No,
requests
he's persuaded
16
already, right?
He
No, he
requests 16 gold for you to stay the night.
8 gold and meal. Hot meal.
In exchange, or are you going to make him a meal?
We can make the meal.
I was going to say you better be making that because I can't cook worth a dang.
All right, roll to see if you can win him over. All right.
Do I need to do that too?
Yep.
Okay.
Haha, lucky rolls.
All right. So Regis fails to convince him, but Ty convinces him to have them pay 8 gold and allow them to use the cooking facilities to make the old man a meal in exchange for the couch.
Okay. That solves, we hope. Although that doesn't excuse us maybe wanting to sleep with one eye open.
Well, yeah,
So
he's
what's
definitely
the house layout like? Cause
Okay, so you walk in the front door. There's a wall that goes from really close to the door, about enough for it to, when you reach out your arm. The door opens to your right, so it blocks over this way. The door, from the doorway, it's a wall that goes all the way back to another wall. There's a couch to your right, and over there is, right by the couch's feet, is an entryway to the rest of the house or area that he's living in. And it looks to be, from where you can see, there's a kitchen to the left of that doorway after you go in, and there seems to be another room and possibly some stairs that go up.
So this is a small foyer area to the rest of the possibly compact house.
Yes.
Okay.
There's some dressers and things like that against the wall for him to store stuff in, and pretty kind of not necessarily bare, but there's places to sit.
Okay.
It's kind of obvious that he lives alone.
Where are the windows in this place?
There's a window to your right, but you can't tell if there's any other windows in the house.
Okay. All right. Well, it looks like Regis is going to be the one getting at the stove if it's late. Because I don't know what skill is required, but I ain't doing it.
Sounds like
All right,
real
let's
life.
cook.
Like, well, what is required? I mean, I got a little bit of dexterity.
The modifier. Alright, so Regis proceeds to go into the kitchen to rustle you all up some grub. The old man kind of hovers between the two rooms, keeping an eye on this new stranger and the man now rifling around his kitchen.
That's to be expected. Okay. So he lives alone. Huh. Have you lived here all your life?
He just kind of grumbles a bit. He doesn't seem to be one for conversation. If you'll roll an intelligence modifier, Josh, we'll see what you're making for dinner.
Okay. How do I roll intelligence?
Take your intelligence modifier, and you roll 1d20 with that added to it.
All right. What's my intelligence modifier say? It's a +10.
A billion.
No, it's not.
You have +10?
+10 BBs.
I don't
No, it's
think
not.
so. That's impossible.
You didn't do anything with your character sheet, I remember now.
Oh dear.
Boom. 9. We're having hot dogs.
You managed to come in and whip up the most bare bones bachelor meal possible from this old man's kitchen. Very
Maybe I
near
should have tried then.
to burning the water or whatever you're doing.
Oh dear.
It's a passable meal. The old man says he's had better, but he's also had a lot worse. He's glad he can't taste anymore.
Oh.
You sit around the table that's in the kitchen that also serves as the island.
Okay.
The 3 of the 4 chairs are filled, eating with the old man.
Okay.
He regales you of the stories of his past as a young man before he moved to the city, since you seem so interested in it. And then, without further ado, at roughly a sharp 7 o'clock at night, he bids you all good night, tells you not to slit his throat in his sleep, and goes upstairs, and you hear the door lock behind him.
All right then.
Okay. Time to knock out.
Yep.
All right. Choose a number between 1 and 2.
2.
The only thing between 1 and 2 is 1.5.
Okay, so Regis went with 2. All right. He's sleeping on the floor.
That's fine.
All right. So you conk out on the couch. Regis just falls on the floor and goes unconscious. Sorry. Ty begins to meditate because he is
An elf.
elf bastard.
So I can just make like I'm sleeping for 4 hours and that'll be it.
True. You
And I
could.
get all my ability points back.
All right. All right. So the night passes without much of anything going on. Just for funsies, I'm going to mark the old man's house on the map. You might want to come back here at some point. Who the hell knows? All right. All right.
Okay. What's the scale on this map?
What did you just click on?
Not me.
I'm clicking on stuff.
He's clicking at random.
Yes.
It appears.
Cookies. All right. The scale on this map is actually quite large. It's several miles. The city is huge.
Okay, so basically, we could be
Let's put it
between
this way.
10 and 30 miles to the shop.
You walked from Gerald's shop to roughly here, and it took you most of the day.
Okay. So it would probably take us 12 to 18 hours to get the rest of the way from the old man's house to the
No,
what
it
he is
won't take
selling?
that. Maybe 2 to 3 hours.
Okay, that
Best.
works.
All right. So it's morning. The old man shuffles downstairs. Says, "Glad you didn't rob or break anything, except for maybe his kidneys from whatever you put in that food last night."
You want to
Apparently-
make him breakfast before we leave?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. Maybe we can both roll, and whoever gets the higher roll cooks the meal.
Okay.
I don't know what we would do for that, like intelligence or something.
No, it's just 1d20 to see who is going to do it. Then whoever does that does the meal with intelligence modifier. While you're doing this, the old man goes to relieve himself, and sounds like he's having a hard time. Well, it looks like Leonida, who wants to do the meal or who doesn't want to do, because it's up to Regis.
It doesn't matter, man. I can cook again.
Okay, so Leonida, or Regis is cooking. So that's another intelligence modifier roll. So it's just basic 1d20 since you didn't actually set up your character sheet. And I should really help you with that.
1d20. There you go. Hey!
You somehow make an even worse meal than last night, but it's still edible? The eggs are black and not in a good way, as are the pancakes and the
Oh.
toast. And the old man says, reminds him of the first year of him cooking when he was on his own. It brings back so many memories. He actually wants to have the taste. All right, so you finish, you clean up. It's now 7, 8 in the morning. You bid farewell to the old man and go about your business.
Okay.
Now, as it goes along, more people are starting to filter in and out because it is in the morning. It's starting to get to rush hour. And you make your way toward the what are you selling pawn shop. It takes you a couple hours to traverse all the way to the what are you selling pawn shop.
Pretty big town.
It is. It is a very large town.
It's massive.
It's Everest. All right, so you walk up to the pawn shop and it says, "What are you selling?" Pawn shop. Do you go in? Do you not go in?
We
What-
go
Yeah,
in.
we have to go in. That's the whole point why we're here.
All right, so go into the what's it called? The pawn shop, and they appear to be open, and there's stuff inside.
Is there any proprietor or anybody looking to?
There's an
Run-
attendant at the cashier.
Okay.
Give me a couple seconds real quick. BRB.
Okay. All right. So
It's the
while
corner
he's
you
gone,
found out.
while he's gone, maybe I can talk to the attendant and show him the drawing, the picture of what we're looking for to see if he's got it.
Okay. You go and ask the attendant about the box that you're looking for. He says, "Yes, I do believe we have that in stock. We have it in the back. Let me go
Okay.
bring it to you."
Excellent.
He goes back. You hear vigorous sounds of slapping, and he comes back with a slight reddish tint to his face and the box in hand. And he says, "I'm sorry, but one of the problems with the box is that for whatever reason, whoever is around it feels like they need to slap themselves. And that was the sound that you were hearing."
Oh dear. So the box is cursed?
He just shrugs and slaps himself.
Okay. Oh geez. Phew.
Get Regis to carry it.
Yeah. We gotta wait for him to. Okay, so everybody, huh? Does it matter like whether they're human or not? This like happens to everyone who's ever encountered the box?
He shrugs and slaps himself again.
Okay.
He sets the box down.
All right. Well,
Right, that'd be 200 gold.
200 gold. I'd have to get my associate. He carries the cash. He'll be here in a bit. So, other than people smacking themselves when they're around it, is there anything else you can tell me about this? Like who gave it to you or
We received it from the other. We received it from one of the lines of pawn shops that lead up to this one. This is part of the circuit. We couldn't sell it at any other place, and they just sent it here. And if you hadn't come by today, we would have sent it to another one down the line.
Okay, so is this a circular circuit or more like a zigzag?
Circular circuit. There's like 5 to 6 other pawn shops between what are you selling and the main shopping district, which you recognize, would know as the area around Gerald's shop.
Okay.
There's like 3 pawn shops in the towns around us, in each. So there should be a lot of them in this one.
They love their pawn shops around here, I gotta say.
That's true. I need to look at them more, though.
Yeah, we probably do.
All right. Regis,
I
I
was
need you to roll a 1d20.
me. Okay.
Regis.
Oh,
Regis.
whoops.
You're Leonidas.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Since it's even, you slap yourself 14 times because you're now holding the green box.
Okay.
I know, that's a great way to come back to. It's like, I was in the corner. All of a sudden, I'm slapping myself 14 times.
Do you have any more of that poison wine?
No, you don't want that. That's even worse than the other. Because then I'd have to carry you and the box, and I don't have a strength modifier, like none whatsoever. I can't drag you.
Oof.
All right, so it's $200 for this box that you've been hired to get.
I guess. I mean,
Somebody's
just-
gonna pay, unless you guys are gonna do a runner out the door.
Regis is the one who has the money. I'm flat broke.
All right. Yeah. Let's pay this guy.
All right, so you pay the 200 gold, and walk out with the box. All right, roll a 1d2.
1d2. Both of us?
No, just Regis.
Oh.
You slap Ty's character.
Ouch. I'm highly annoyed by this development, especially since he had both hands carrying the box.
It's the kung fu hands, man.
Wah! Whack. I'll give you kung fu hands.
You roll a 1d2, Ty, and then a 1d20.
Okay, so is that /R, right?
Yes.
And then a d20.
Okay. You slap Regis 2 times.
Okay, so in the midst of all this slapping, we have the box. We should probably try to figure out for the rendezvous with Banquet so we can get away with it. Or I should say, so we can, so we can get there and make it so we don't have this anymore.
All right, so you were supposed to deliver to that merchant. You had encountered them over by the Wayabayan.
Oh, man. So we got to basically trek all the way across town. Is there like a rickshaw or a spaceship or a wagon or something we can hire to get us there so it doesn't take us another 2 days across the city? I think I've had about enough of this slapping.
You can look for some of those
All
things.
right. So perception.
Yes.
Okay, so perception. Whoops, I did that. Whoop. Perception.
Things are going wrong.
Yeah, well, it's +3 for me on that. Let's see.
Okay, you managed to see that there is a rickshaw stand.
Oh,
down the
God.
street.
Okay, we should probably. It's not the same old man that got us into trouble before, is it?
Who's on the other side of the city?
I know he's on the other side of the city. I'm just saying, maybe all the rickshaw people are connected, like some vast web, like the flippin' mob.
No, there's just a strapping young lad in a rickshaw.
All right. Excuse me.
Hmm?
How much will it cost for a ride across the city?
20
Me
gold.
and my friend. 3?
20.
20. Worse than I thought. Okay.
Roll for persuasion. 1 gold.
Okay.
Okay.
You know, do it.
Do we both have to do it?
Well, it's Regis' idea.
Okay. If I can get a better roll than him, I'll take it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Persuasion. Fudge. Oh, that's a charisma. I have no charisma bonus. I totally
let
forgot
me
about
let
that.
me
Hold
let me
on.
roll under my charisma bonus.
Okay,
Charisma.
so
Boom.
I got the same as you.
Yeah, BBs. 20. 1 gold.
He rolls his eyes and says, fine. Roll a 1d3.
1d3.
fists. All right. It's that high.
If you excuse my friend, he has a neuromuscular condition. We're trying to look into it, but until then, he'll have to continue suffering, unfortunately. All right, so let's get in the rickshaw and hop across town.
Before you do this, the strapping young lad slaps you each 4 times and apologizes because he does not know or understand what came over you for that. He picks up the rickshaw pole thingies and he takes off across the road with you guys in tow in the rickshaw.
All right, then.
I'm just having this huge, like, Three Stooges feel for this.
You're having the time of your life is what you're having.
Yes. Yes. All right. So as he's running like the wind, you guys want to discuss what you're going to be doing after you hand over the box?
I was just focused on how great it'll be that we won't be spontaneously slapping everybody in sight anymore.
In which you slap yourself.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. Well, I mean, after that, we still have to find the captain with the other box and basically stop him or whatever. And we have basically like almost no idea where he's gone or what he's up to.
Yes.
So, I mean, we'd have to talk to Banquisha about it or talk to Alvar about it maybe. We'd have to treat him like an NPC or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know who else we would talk to. Maybe if we found Aussie or that merchant, we could talk to him.
You also have to pick up Tasty Cakes at some point. So,
oh, yeah.
So we're going to be heading by Gerald's shop. I think we'll end it here, mainly because I can't come up with any more story on the fly so badly. And we'll catch you all next week as the adventures of the Onyx Feldspar continue after cool music plays and the lights go down.